Good afternoon, I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. There's only 2 days before the end of voters' registration for the barangay and SK elections. Let's bring in Greg Gregorio, who's reporting to us live from Manila to fill us in. Greg, what's the situation like over there?
Sean, many individuals are still lining up at some registration sites like this one here at the local COMELEC office in Manila. Earlier today, a little tension occurred at this site. Some people said they came here as early as 4 a.m., yet others were able to cut lines and were given queuing numbers ahead of the early bird registrants. The COMELEC office explained that they cannot control the crowd prior to their office hours. At around 9 a.m., authorities announced a cutoff after 250 number stubs were given. Some left the area disappointed, saying they don't know if they will be able to register again tomorrow. COMELEC records show that 2.7 million applications have been processed as of July 20, over 2 million of which are newly registrants, with 1.3 million aged 15 to 17. Acting spokesperson Rex Laujanco said they have surpassed their target of 2 million new registrants. Tomorrow is the last day of registration, which will run from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The poll body reminds the public to bring a valid ID that contains the barangay where they will be registering. Sean, after the registrations, the Commission on Elections will then focus on their pre-election preparation activities in time for the December barangay and SK elections. Meanwhile, election watchdogs Lente and PPCRV are now calling for lawmakers to stop pushing for the postponement of the barangay and SK elections, saying this is a long overdue right of the citizen to elect local officials. Sean?
All right, thank you so much for those updates. Greg Gregorio reporting to us live from Manila. Thanks, Greg. Meanwhile, the Batasang Pambansa is all set for President Bongbong Marcos's first State of the Nation address on Monday. Brian Castillo with the details.
The Batasang Pambansa is now under lockdown ahead of President Marcos's first State of the Nation address. For security reasons, nobody is allowed to enter or leave the Batasan premises. The newly renovated session hall now has a larger seating capacity to welcome additional guests. Some 22,000 security personnel will be deployed in Metro Manila, and checkpoints in key areas are now in place. Authorities are also reminding gun owners to refrain from carrying their firearms, as the gun ban begins today and will last until Wednesday next week. Meanwhile, unlike in previous years, holding protests along Commonwealth Avenue during the SONA will be strictly prohibited. The PNP reiterated the no rally zone directive along Commonwealth. This applies not only to Marcos Jr.'s critics, but also to his supporters. For protesters who will push through with their protests, the PNP says they will have no choice but to arrest them.
Kung magkakaroon po ng sakitan, definitely po ay hindi po may iwasan na magkaroon po ng arrest dyan. At may mga naka-standby po tayo ng mga bus po ng BGMP na kung saan po pwede po nating dalhin po doon yung sakasakaling may maa-aresto. Pero this time ma'am, patuloy po kaming umaapil sa mga grupo po na magpoprotesta na wag na po sana tayong humantong sa ganung sakitan.
However, the PNP assures maximum tolerance will be implemented. Authorities are advising groups to hold their protests in freedom parks, such as the Quezon City Memorial Circle, the Commission on Human Rights Compound, and the UP Diliman campus. For News 5, Brian Castillo. We are One News.
The Philippine National Police is defending the deployment of additional security forces for President Marcos's first State of the Nation address. PNP spokesperson Colonel Jean Fajardo said that of the 22,000 security personnel deployed, only 7,000 will be stationed around the Batasan complex. The rest will be deployed to different regional and provincial borders to ensure peace and order on the day of the SONA. Activist group Bayan earlier said that the intensified mobilization of cops for the SONA is overkill and a total waste of public funds.
Yan ang main road papasok po ng Batasan Complex. Kaya nung tinanong po ang PNP ay they are strongly not recommending. Kung sila po ay bibigyan po ng pagkakataon na makapag-rally po dyan, it will affect doon po sa small traffic flow po dyan sa area na yan.
One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Energy Department sees another rollback in pump prices next week. In an interview with Radio 5, DOE Oil Industry Management Bureau Director Rino Abad said diesel and kerosene prices could go down by more or less a peso per liter, while gas prices will likely remain unchanged. Abad attributes the possible price rollback to these two factors.
Unang-una, yung tuloy-tuloy pa rin na intermittent lockdown in China. Hindi po talaga sila makabuelo nung kanilang economic activity. And itong pangalawa po ay yung tuloy-tuloy na pag-i-implement globally nung interest hike. In fact, kahapon, actually Thursday, nauna nang nag-implement ng interest hike ang European Central Bank.
Let's check in on some of the latest stories from around the world. U.S. President Joe Biden has tested positive for COVID-19. The White House said Biden only has mild symptoms and will continue to work while under isolation. The U.S. president has also started taking the antiviral treatment drug Paxlovid. Biden will resume in-person work once he tests negative for the coronavirus. Thailand has recorded its first monkeypox case in a Nigerian national in the southern island of Phuket. The patient was admitted to the hospital for fever, coughing, rashes, and lesions. Officials in the province have been instructed to monitor any other potential cases of monkeypox in Phuket. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.